Welcome back everyone, it's Aric from Rare Candy. Today we are kicking Mew VMAX to the curb and going all in on a Fusion Strike deck that is attacking with Genesect instead, which might seem a little bit odd because Genesect has been a great bench sitter for those Fusion Strike decks, but Techno Blast I think is a solid attack, and thanks to some tools that we have in here, we can actually scale this damage up to one-shot pretty much anything in the game. You know, 210 is already pretty good knocking out most of the basic Pokemon V, but you know, with a couple power tablets or choice belt, we can creep that up to knock out Pokemon V Star. But thanks to Toxtricity, we can even one-shot Pokemon VMAX pretty easily. So if you aren't familiar with the Toxtricity, has the maximum downer attack. It's going to reduce the HP of Pokemon VMAX by 30 for each one of these guys that we have in play. So of course, as you guys can tell, we're trying to be prepared for whatever deck we're going against to be able to one-shot anything that gets in our path. But that's going to be the deck we're trying out today, guys. And before we get any deeper, if you guys can, remember to smack that like button to help feed the always hungry YouTube algorithm. And if you need any cards to complete this Genesect deck for yourself, you can check out our friends at PTCGO.com. You can use that coupon code RARECANDY at checkout to get yourselves a discount. And Rare Candy's patrons not only had early access to this deck list, but also have their own exclusive discount code for even bigger savings. Links will be down below in the description. But jumping back into our deck list here, we do have a couple of other tricks we need to go over. Of course, we do have the one of Meloetta for the Melodious Echo attack. You know, Meloetta gets up and running a little bit easier than Genesect, and this can be sometimes a pretty easy attacker to get up and running as soon as turn 1 of the game. But we also have a copy of OHKO to reduce the damage done to our Fusion Strike Pokemon by 20. This is most notably good for those decks that have sniping effects. So think of something like Rapid Strike Urshifu. If we have OHKO in play, they won't be able to one-shot our Toxtricities anymore sitting on our bench, which is going to be very important for that type of matchup. Same thing for Jolteon as well. We want to be able to tank a little bit better against those sniping decks that are out there. But looking at our trainer cards, I think a lot of this is going to be pretty standard looking if you're familiar with any Mew VMAX decks. But of course, we do have a couple of cards unique to this list, most notably the Metal Saucers, just because Elisa Sparkle, you know, it helps us get going, but we need more than that to chain our attackers throughout the game. And that's where the Metal Saucers are going to come in to help keep those Genesects powered up throughout the game here. You also might notice the one random copy of Energy Search that's in the deck. This was initially a 7th Metal Energy, and I kept running into hands where I was just having multiple Metal Energies clogging up my hands and unable to draw cards sometimes with Genesect. So I cut that for the Energy Search. That way, if we do have like 2 or 3 metals in hand, we can just play the Energy Search, burn the card, and be able to draw some more cards with Genesect and declump our hand a little bit there. Of course, we have the Choice Belt, another key card that we got back in Brilliant Stars to help us hit those better numbers, in addition to the 4 power tablets. As always, those are going to be the main ways we're going to be creeping up our damage to take those big one-shots. And unlike Mew VMAX, which does have free retreat, none of our Pokemon do, so we do have the 1 copy of Air Balloon in the deck, in addition to the normal cards like Switch and Escape Rope in here too. And checking out our Stadium cards, we do have the 2 Rose Tower, which of course are pretty standard fare for these Fusion Strike decks, but we also have 2 copies of Stormy Mountains as well. This will allow us to get a basic lightning Pokemon, put it on our bench, and in this case it's going to be Toxel. So if we hit this in the early game, we can help get set up with this, and even in the mid to late game, it's just a decent counter Stadium, especially if we do run into those dreaded Path to the Peak base decks that are out there too. And then to round out the list, of course, we have our Fusion Strike energies and our Metal energies, but the rest is going to be, like I said, pretty standard fare for what you'd expect from these Fusion Strike decks. But before we hop in some games, just want to give a quick shout out to Rare Candy's newest sponsor. I'm actually really excited about this. I've partnered up with PokemonCard.io. I gotta say, I've been a big fan of their platform for the longest time now, but it's basically a platform where users can upload, share, and view deck lists. But there's a lot of cool features added to it as well. Like you can see the total cost breakdown of the deck, and you can even do some test hands with it to see how the opening turn of the deck is going to look. But going forward, all of the deck lists for my PTCGO and eventual PTCG live content are going to be posted over there with a link down below in the description. But with that being said, guys, let's jump in some games and see if Fusion Strike can still stack up even with Mew VMAX not in the picture. Not a great hand. If we had a Genesect, that actually wouldn't have been a horrible opening, but that is not the case. But hopefully we can get something decent going here. This is the opposite of decent, but if we top deck like a ball search card or like a Pokemon search card, this hand does turn around, especially if it's a VIP pass. That's really what we want to see. Okay, not VIP pass, but kind of close. So we'll get this down. We'll attach, and at this point, we're just going to pass over to our opponent, I guess. So not a whole lot happening on our end. If they path us, we kind of cry at that point, because this hand is not that great otherwise. But let's see, there's the water energy. So this makes me think it's going to be some sort of Arceus Inteleon deck, maybe with a thin barrel line in there too. Oh, and just a pass. So our opponent's start is kind of just like ours. They are not doing too well either. Okay, so yeah, we're just going to go for the Sparkle. I'm actually not going to evolve the active just because we can actually currently retreat with Toxel. And we won't be able to if we evolve. So we just have to save the Toxtricity here. Hopefully we can get energy in a... well, just really energy at this point. Okay. We're getting there, guys. I have a feeling we'll end up getting this one. We'll see. Okay, so we just keep playing down our hand and keep grabbing Genesects. If basically every time we whiff, we're just gonna Ultra Ball and grab another one. Okay, that's still not exactly what I wanted, but we want to play down our hand as much as possible here. What's the best way to do that? We Quick Ball. I think we switch, then... I'm trying to figure this out. Because I want to Quick Ball away something, then Ultra Ball for the... yeah, let's do this. Grab Meloetta. And we'll say sure. Alright, 6 cards. We could also still get Rose Tower to help get this KO. If we don't get this, I'll be very surprised. Unfortunately, still not there yet, but I mean, we have plenty of ways at digging. So we'll do this. Grab Toxel. Like, if we whiff this, we might not win the game, though. That's the issue we have right now. So yeah, we'll do that. So I'm just going to grab this at this point. And... gonna retreat. Evolve. And we have 3 cards. Can we get energy? And we do. There we go for the game. Man, that was sketchy. All this work just take down a little Bidoof. But yeah, we definitely make sure to take it out. 300 to this little guy. Sorry, homie. No indication about what we're going against just yet. They just got kind of generic celebrations swag there. I think we'll lead with Genesect. I think it's always kind of a safe bet. Well... yeah, because if we Quick Ball, we're going to Quick Ball for another Genesect. I was thinking we want a Metal Saucer target, but Quick Ball can help get us there either way. But we don't always need Meloetta, so I don't always like leading with it. Okay, that's interesting. Definitely do that. And I'm going to say sure, we'll just attach over here and pass over to our opponent. So the Zapdos can theoretically knock us out depending on the deck that they're playing. Because right now we're reducing their attack cost for them. So if they are able to get down like a fighting plus like a Melanie or like a Galarian Moltres Feet energy switch plus Choice Belt, we could be in danger of being one shot by this guy. But, you know, more than likely our opponent doesn't want to overextend super hard to attack us with Zapdos, especially since Meloetta is right back here threatening a KO anyways. There's the Collapse, that's okay. There's the Moltres. And a Marnie. So there is still a world where we get KO'd here. We'll see. But I'm actually kind of thankful for the Marnie. The Sand was not too great, other than having the energy ready to go. Alright, so we liked seeing this though. Because at this point, we actually don't even need another Fusion Strike energy. We just need, if this guy remains in the active, we can go switch and just attach a metal with a power tablets and get the KO. And just in general, this looks like this might be a pretty favorable match for us because all of our opponent's HP ranges look to be pretty low. Yeah, so right now I'm feeling broken top deck. Okay, so let's go ahead and switch over to Little Metaletta. We'll do this. We'll do this. Rose Tower. I don't want to burn all of our power tablets so quick, but we might have to, honestly, because we don't have a whole lot going on here. Yikes. This is such a bad hand, but at least we're going to knock out the Zapdos. That's the plus side. Yeah, we absolutely nuked the Zapdos. But our opponent doesn't have a whole lot going on yet, so there is a chance we might be able to just survive this turn with Meloetta, which would be really big since Meloetta is still, you know, growing in damage if these Fusion Strike energies don't get wiped from the board. So do they have... No, they don't have Dark Energy just yet, but they could get a knockout if they go... Obviously discard some Dark Energies, Raihan, Dire Flame Wings to accelerate energy, and a manual attachment. That would get them there. Honestly, Crobat V, not even a bad attacker in this instance either. All you need is an attachment plus just an energy switch, assuming you can get the Dire Flame Wings up and running. But right now, I mean... Right now, I feel pretty good about the spot that we're in. Okay, there's going to be a Dark Energy hitting the bin. E-Switch hitting the bin as well. Charon's Care, so this makes me think they're playing Arceus somewhere in here. They've definitely been having a little bit of a rough time getting going, though. Okay, there's the Dire Flame Wings. And a pass, so that's pretty big. Alright, so let's go ahead and... We definitely Ultra Ball. Just trying to think. We get rid of... Metal Saucer, no matter what. Yeah, we'll do the other metal, so... Another Genesect. So hopefully we can get another KO. If we get this KO this turn, I feel like there's no way that we lose at this point. So sure, we'll do this, this. Oh, Rose Tower, forgot about that, honestly. Sure, we have another Rose Tower if need be, but this way we can get Toxel, draw a few more cards in the process, even though it looks like we're probably not even going to need the Toxtricity here. Okay. So I think we're just going to play down our hand as much as we can here. We have all of our Toxtricity, so we don't care about the Rose Tower too much. Unless they path us, that's an instance where we actually do want the counter stadium, but I feel like we're okay right now. All right, so this worked out really well for us. So I think we just go for the... Oh wait, no, we already attached, didn't we? Because we can't attach this. But that's kind of annoying, isn't it? So I think for that reason, we're just going to... We could still hit at least a Sparkle. And we still have Fusion Strike energy left in deck. So we can still make this happen, guys. We'll go for the escape route. Worst case, we'll just leave Toxel in the active spot to get knocked out if we have to. They haven't played boss yet, but... Alright, can we hit the Sparkle for the KO here? We don't, but we can still get a KO with our homie Genesect, so this still actually works out just fine for us. So it feels bad for our opponent right now, so we'll retreat. And I don't know if they play like a Galarian Moltres like the baby one, so for that reason, we're going to save our boss here. Because what we can do is we can just attach the Fusion Strike energy and manually boss. We just need a Power Tablets at that point, and we're going to be in good shape. Okay, Rotom Phone, that's definitely good, and Toxtricity, worthless, but We have Ultra Balls, so we can pitch those away kind of as needed. But yeah, very curious what we're going to be going up against this turn. I mean, we could see the Moltres just attack us, take us out, but things could get sketchy if we get like Path Marnie, but I don't think we're in danger of that. There's a research. So our opponent's been like blowing through their deck, but somehow not doing a lot in the process. Do they have an energy? And no, okay, so we're going to take down the random Galarian Birds deck. Apparently, definitely an awkward game for them though. Water deck box. If this is Inteleon VMAX, that would actually probably be really good for us. Just because we can kind of circumvent their whole tanking strategy. If that is the deck that we're up against though. Okay, and it is. Hey, that's a broken top deck. We will happily take it. Battle VIP pass. Right out the gate here. Let's go ahead and get both of these. We'll do this. We are going to have to watch out for Path to the Peak. That definitely could be a potential issue for us. But as long as we can get set up without... Well, we'll do this, I think. I don't want to discard... I like every card that we have in our hand, so I don't want to play this Ultra Ball just yet. So I think we're going to play the Stormy Mountains. I hate getting on the first stadium, but it's okay. We have the Rose Tower replacement stadium for afterwards, too. We'll get it down the Air Balloon, too. Go for the Fusion Strike system. Hopefully hit something we can discard. Okay, we can actually live with that. Yeah, Quick Ball, toss away the Metal Energy. We are definitely okay with that. Let's see, just going to go for the Genesect. I'm cool with that, guys. I kind of just want to bulldoze through our deck as much as possible before the inevitable path comes down. I just want to threaten a big turn 2 play. Okay. That's actually pretty good. So I think we'll just do this, and I think I'm actually okay to retreat if I'm just being honest as well, because I don't want like a Scrapper or like a Tool Jammer and then like a Marnie or something like that. I think we're actually okay with this. I don't foresee them attacking us anyways. Well, actually, if they do Marnie, we might need to go for patches, not patches, Metal Saucers. But Fusion Strike system, forgot we do have one more at our disposal here too. Overall though, I don't think we mind where we're at too much. So I'm just going to do this. I'm going to grab probably Meloetta. I don't think we're going to need Meloetta anymore at this point. Well, let's just check. We do have all of our power tablets. We have one Choice Belt. And we have 2 Toxtricity. So we should be okay to... I think we'll be okay this game. So at that point, guys, I think we're just going to click done and pass over to our opponent. We could Ultra Ball preemptively for our Toxtricity, but I don't want to get Marnied and lose that. So I'm cool just to save this hand for the moment. We have a couple energy and discard already for Metal Saucers. So the big card well, I guess we don't mind seeing Path this turn because we do have the Counter Stadium ready, but yeah, we don't generally want to see Path. I think that's the card that will potentially screw us this game to potentially win. I think otherwise we just kind of run away with this thing. Because the big thing with Inteleon VMAX, every turn they want to return the energy to their hand and Cheryl, but since we can take one-hit knockouts, especially on Pokemon VMAX, and they do play a Tool Jammer. Are you kidding me, bro? That's so dumb. Okay, luckily we do play other ways at retreating, I guess. Okay, so this turn we are going to need Saucer, apparently. Which shouldn't be that hard since we do play 4 in the deck. We did prize 1, but it's okay. But man, the Tool Jammer is super annoying. I might just retreat, then Fusion Strike energy, and bank on Saucer. That seems good to me. One thing that also is nice too is that with these, they cannot hit us with quick shooting. So I'm actually going to save... Well, no, I think we do in a hard trick because we actually probably want to save our switches for after when we attack with Genesect. So let's go for the Fusion Strike system. Again, I'm going to save the stadium in case of Path, since that is definitely a very real threat. Okay, so we can Rotom Phone. What do we want here? Honestly, guys, probably an Ultra Ball. Seems pretty good. Yeah, we just need to play down our hand to be able to find saucers at this point. Do we burn a Power Tablets preemptively? I think we do. I think we're cool with that. Fusion Strike system. Okay, so we'll get rid of Boss. And we'll get rid of another Metal Energy. I think we're cool with that as well. We have one boss left, so that's important to keep track of. I feel like we just go for it, you know, guys? Like, I'm gonna say sure, we'll play the Power Tablets. I really just want to get this KO, so we're actually gonna get down the Rose Tower as well and just keep digging, guys. Okay, get rid of the Battle VIP Pass. Go for the Fusion Strike systems, and we want Metal Saucer here. And we do get there, awesome. Okay, so that makes me feel a little bit better about them getting down that Tool Jammer. The Tool Jammer just really messed up our whole turn. But nevertheless, guys, I mean, we still are knocking out their only Inteleon, so I think we're probably going to run away with this one. They don't even have another Inteleon ready to respond, so more than likely we're going to take 3 of our prizes via cheap KOs like this, and then only probably ever have to really deal with one Inteleon VMAX ever. And we're fortunate enough that even if they do Path, we've played down our hand, or we've, you know, gotten through our deck pretty well at this point, to where it's not really going to disrupt us as heavily. Okay, there's another Inteleon V. So I'm curious the last card in their hand. Okay, they are going to use our own Rose Tower against us. That's fine, though. I think even if they get set up perfectly at this point, we are in a good spot to win this one. Okay, so that works. So let's see, what are we going to do here? We will absolutely Elisa Sparkle, right? We are out of Fusion Strike energies. That's okay. At least that does allow us to play down our hand a little bit, though. It would have been nice to guarantee the attack, though, I'm not going to lie. So let's just do this. Sure, we'll do that. Okay, we do have 2 switches left, and an escape rope, and oh yeah, the Tool Jammer's gone, so we can actually use Air Balloon again, so that's good. So let's go ahead and go for our Fusion Strike system. Alrighty, we have a switch. We definitely like that. Then at this point, do we care about anything else in our hand? I think we're just going to quick ball away this energy search. Don't care about that. Just trying to set up our hand for the next turn from whenever we have to actually deal with one of these VMAXs. Okay, Metal Saucer also very good to see, of course. And sure, we will. I don't think there's anything else we want this turn, if I'm just being honest. So we'll do this, because if we do retreat, we can get rid of just normal metal energies. That's good. Then at this point, we will... Do we have another Metal Saucer in deck? We do, but I might save it for this one after we retreat it. So I think, guys, we are cool just to go for the blind Fusion Strike system. I'm just going to save this hand for the moment. Choice Belt also really, really good to get. So I'll get this down back here, because more likely we're going to retreat into this guy. And just go for the Techno Blast. And next turn, if they do set up an Inteleon VMAX, if they get down Big Charm, that could be an issue. Tool Jammer could be an issue. Tool Scrapper could be an issue. But if they played the one Tool Jammer, I'm assuming that's going to be their tool countering card for the moment. But next turn, we are ready to go. All we have to do is play down Power Tablets, retreat, and that is going to be the KO. Because Toxtricity is going to reduce their HP. Okay, there's the money. That feels bad. Those are both of our stadiums, too. So if they do Path Us, this is a turn where it definitely could stick. Yeah, that's really bad. We lost our combo piece that we needed to win. It's not the end of the world, though. Like, we can just... We still have another Power Tablets in deck, because we had one that went to the bottom, but then we had another one still in deck, so we could still draw into that. That would be great. Otherwise, like, this feels kind of bad. Either way, we can definitely take a knockout on something. Okay, there's the VMAX Spiral. Alrighty, so I think this turn we're just going to chase down this Inteleon, try to dig some stuff out of the prizes. Because more likely they can just Cheryl next turn, so I don't want to attack in this thing, because right now we're 30 short. Or just 1 damage modifier short, I mean. So we'll go for the boss on Inteleon. Yeah. So I'm going to save this Metal Saucer, because we might want to potentially power this guy back up at some point. And we'll just go for the Technoblast, taking the KO. And let's see what we can get here. I think we have a Fusion Strike Energy in prizes. Choice Bell, that's good, kind of. And a Metal Saucer. Those are both fine. Alrighty, there's Rapid Strike Energy. Good thing is we're like kind of ahead. I would have attacked with this Genesect, but we didn't know we had a Choice Belt in prizes. Otherwise, we would have attacked with this one. Oh, but there's going to be a boss. Okay, gonna target down the Toxtricity. I'm like kind of okay with that too, like kind of. This forces us to need 2 Power Tablets, which we can do. Like as soon as we hit this stadium, we're gonna be able to just like take off and start digging through our deck. And we have an escape rope as well, so we can actually just win that way too. So sure, we'll do this. And at this point, we just have to start just trading with this deck, and hopefully they whiff what they need at some point here. There's the Technoblast. But I'm imagining we're probably going to start seeing the whole Cheryl healing chance. They haven't played a single one. And they have Drizziles and Sobbles they can evolve, so yeah, more than likely this damage is just going to disappear. There's the Ultra Ball, so we'll see. Also, if we ever hit Escape Rope, we just win that way too. Like, our deck is stacked at this point. If we hit Power Tablets, we win. Escape Rope, we win. A Stadium, we basically win, because we can draw through our deck. So, our deck is basically live cards at this point. There's Cheryl. I'll be very surprised if they can outlast us at this point. Unless every card we get is going to be the deadest cards in our deck. Let's see. Yeah, all of our retreating methods are gone, aside from the escape rope. Looks like they're starting to target down the Oricorio. Makes sense. That would put them down to 4 prizes, so they just need to deal with 2 Genesects at that point. Okay, and there's going to be the Power Tablets, guys. So we got there. You know, at the end here, we had to work for it. Oh, wait, no. They took out Toxtricity. Ooh, got ahead of ourselves there. I'm glad I didn't burn that. That was almost really bad. Ooh, got a little ahead of myself there. It's still okay. We're still not out of it just yet. Yeah, I forgot they KO'd our Tox. Alrighty, well, I guess Techno Blast for not enough, right? Because 240, 270, yeah, that would be 20 short. Okay, 240. Show me the Cheryl yet again. I will say, for us not having our abilities, we're hanging in there pretty decent at this point, though. And there's a Marnie. Okay, so more than likely we're going to be able to win at this point because we have a counter stadium in deck. Okay, we just have to hit... We just have to hit a Saucer at this point. And we know we do have those in deck, so that should be okay. Like, we could have Saucered last turn. But I want to get ourselves the option, maybe having to Saucer somewhere else if we needed to. But either way, we have a stadium, so we can draw through our whole deck. Oh, there's Medicham. Now, Medicham's annoying, but okay. So we don't even need the Escape Rope to win. We have this one pretty much wrapped up as long as we can draw a Metal Saucer here. Alright, so we'll do the Rose Tower. Sure, attach, return. Fusion Strike Systems. Actually, we probably should have Escape Roped into the active. Like, we should have promoted this guy Escape Roped into the Orcori to play down our hand a little bit more. So, that's fine. Let's go for, yeah. There is going to be the Saucer guys. So, I mean, the Inteleon deck actually started to put up a fight there towards the end, but either way, you know, we were able to just kind of ignore their tanking most of the time. Yeah, there's the victory screen. Honestly, even if they had Cheryl'd that turn, we would have had game either way. We had both power tablets, and we also had Escape Rope, so they weren't going to be getting out of that one. Alrighty guys, that's going to wrap up things for today's video with the Genesect V Toxtricity deck. You know, I do have to say, Mew VMAX is still probably the better of the two Fusion Strike decks, but nevertheless, if you don't feel like trading 65 packs at a time for Mews, which is what they were last I checked, which is honestly utterly ridiculous, this is a much more budget-friendly option. Genesects are still definitely not cheap by any means, but this is still a much easier Fusion Strike deck to put together than something like Mew VMAX, and it's pretty competent. I think you actually do have a good chance against a lot of different things in the format with this still. Feel free to try it out. Let me know your full thoughts on this thing. And if you did wind up enjoying today's video, as always, remember to smack that like button. And if you're feeling a little bit extra generous, you can also become a patron at patreon.com/rarecandytcg or pick up some merch at rarecandytcg.com. Links to those will be down in the description. But as always, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.